The war in Ukraine may appear to be a grinding stalemate, but there are shifts and there are inflections, those that may change the tide of a conflict whose result is more up for grabs than ever. And we've seen one of those inflections in the air war. This is an airstrike that the Sky News data and forensics team have verified and located. It's on a power plant last month. Now, that was here in the middle of the country, but there have been lots of strikes all over the country, all on power plants. In the east, as you might expect, near the front lines, but all the way through the country, even as far west as over here, just 24 miles from the border with Poland. And the data backs up this shift of tactics. This shows recent attacks on energy systems. You can see it has really ramped up. Now, we have previously talked about Russia targeting energy to keep Ukraine in the cold during winter. But now we're going into summer, we're seeing a similar tempo. And it's also doing more damage. An average of nearly 900,000 Ukrainian households without power on any given day here in March. That's the highest in the war. These strikes are taking longer to repair. So why this shift from Russia? Why target energy infrastructure now?
Unlike earlier in the war, when you sort of saw Russia attacking Ukrainian energy infrastructure as a way to perhaps make it more difficult for civilians to get heat and other resources in the wintertime, these Russian attacks on Ukrainian infrastructure seem to be focused on undermining Ukraine's economy and Ukraine's ability to produce defense materials domestically.
For Russia, that is also a window of opportunity to continue pushing its front line westward. Just shows the big picture 2 years ago, May 2022. This is now, and it might appear to show a stalemate. You've got the Russian-controlled areas here in red. But actually, if you look in the south and east, advances have been made in a slow, grinding manner. If we take it a bit closer, you may remember Bakhmut, the city that fell in May 2023. Now the fighting has advanced just 7 miles away from there to Chasiv Yar on this town there. Now this is much more important than Bakhmut. Its fall would open up a route into central Ukraine. And Russia is going for it. This is an attack on a residential complex which we verified. It shows just how much Russia wants this town. And indeed, Ukrainian generals say it was meant to be taken to celebrate Russia's Victory Day held today. But this strike also shows that it is still under Ukrainian control. Ukraine needs artillery shells and it needs more air defense, but it is still hanging bitterly on.